hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
Welcome to Crafty Beach. This is Julie, and today I have 10 really easy 4th of July DIYs for you using supplies from the Dollar Tree. Now, I'm not real happy with the 4th of July stuff they have at Dollar Tree this year, so I decided to get creative and make some of my own things. So, the first item we're going to make is kind of like a centerpiece or a floral arrangement for the 4th of July, and I'm going to use some unexpected items like this popcorn bag. This is from the kitchen aisle at Dollar Tree, and I thought like the red and white stripe pattern on here was really interesting. It's got like the different size stripes, and so I am just cutting the back of the popcorn bag off. And I'm going to straighten up one edge so I can use that like as the bottom. But it is just the perfect length to go around one of the Dollar Tree vases like this. So I'm going to start with the end that's kind of got like the extra part on it there from the bottom of the bag. And just hot glue that to the side of my vase, lining it up with the bottom of the vase. And then wrapping it around and then just hot gluing it to itself. Nothing's going to be permanent on this, so I can always peel this off later to reuse this vase if I need to. But I wanted the bottom part of it to be that fun red and white stripe pattern. And then I wanted the top of it to be a really pretty like star pattern for a flag. And I found this glitter paper from the Dollar Tree. It's like blue. It's kind of like more of a royal blue. But it is glitter and it's really pretty. So I thought that would be good for the top part of the vase. If they don't have good crafting supplies in the, 4th of July aisle, just veer out into the other aisles and you never know what you're going to find at Dollar Tree for sure. So I just need to cut this piece of paper down. I'm going to kind of measure like with maybe like a slight overlap here. And just going to use a straight edge to cut that down. And then I also want to add like stars to it. So I do go to my Cricut and cut out stars. If you have Cricut and you don't have Design Space, the subscription, you can still do stars on there. That is a free cutout. And how I did it was I just went on there and did a free star. And then when you go to print it, you can choose how many copies you want. And I chose like 40 or something like that. And I did like a 1-inch star. So we're going to use that a lot in these DIYs today. So I'm just going to go ahead and peel that off. And we have star stickers. How easy is that, right? Making stickers like this is probably one of the easiest things you can do with your Cricut. This is that new matte white vinyl that I got on Amazon the other day. I have it linked in my Amazon shop. I really like it because it's a matte finish instead of a glossy. It kind of goes with my decor more. So I'm just going to peel and stick the stickers onto our blue glitter paper, kind of randomly like they are on a flag where they kind of alternate back and forth. And just keep doing that all the way down. I wanted to do something really pretty. I mean, you could use this for a centerpiece. It's not super large. You might want to add some other items to it if you did that, if you wanted to do like a centerpiece on your table or something like that. But basically, this would be really cute anywhere. And I really like the red, white, and blue flower arrangement. That's what we're going to do in this patriotic vase. And but not with necessarily the flowers they have for the 4th of July. Not a huge fan of those either, like the star pattern flowers and stuff like that. I've used them before, but they're not my favorite. So I have that already. I'm going to attach it the same exact way I did the popcorn bag, just by gluing it to the back and wrapping it around. And look how pretty that is. I was thinking about using, some other like flag materials like the chair cover, or I've even got like a gator, one of those gators that go over your face. But I kind of wanted to do my own thing on this, and I'm really glad I did because I think it turned out really pretty. Originally, I had a different idea for the top, but it didn't really want to work out for me. So this is what we ended up with, and I'm glad it did because I loved it. Now, these are the flowers that I'm going to use, the Gerbera daisies, the Agapantha, I think, and the lilac. I'm not sure about that blue one, but I think it's really pretty. And I wanted like 3 different flowers that, you know, looked a lot different in different sizes. And maybe the white ones can kind of stick up. The lilacs to give a little bit more height to it. So I am just going to go ahead and cut these all apart. I think they look a little bit better when you arrange them if you cut them all apart. So I'm just using my floral scissors from Dollar Tree. Some of you guys have asked where I got those, and those are just from Dollar Tree. And you can find them in like their floral arranging stuff usually. And they work pretty good. So I thought these were the prettiest red, white, and blues I can find. You know, the blue's not quite dark enough is what you'd be expecting, but it's really pretty. So I thought it would work. So I just cut down some Dollar Tree floral foam and we can start arranging. It is a little bit of a deep vase, and so I am going to have to like maybe do a couple layers of foam in there to get enough height, because once I cut the stems down, they're not real high. But it does help you arrange it and keep things in place. And so we're going to go ahead and do the red daisies first. They're so pretty. And then go in here with the blue ones. Kind of alternate those in there. And then finish it off with the white lilacs. Like, I think my lilacs might have been missing, you know, some floral arrangements. I did add a little bit more foam to give those a little bit more height in there. And I usually like odd numbers with stuff like that. And I had 4, which was kind of bothering me because I was like, oh, I don't think that looks great. So I do remove 1 and make that 3 of the lilacs. I just think it looks better, and I love how this turned out. So this is our first easy patriotic DIY today, a DIY flag vase with red, white, and blue flowers, all from the Dollar Tree. And this is how it turned out. I think it's so pretty. What do you guys think about this one? I kind of like the fact that the blue flowers are a little bit different color than the flag, and the red's a little bit different too. But I think the vase turned out really pretty with that glitter paper. I think that's really pretty. I bought that originally to use maybe as a mermaid tail, but I think it works great for 4th of July. Okay, next DIY. I wanted to do some fun like sand art. So I picked up one of these little candle holders from the Dollar Tree. And at first I thought I was going to use this patch. And I do originally. This is, you know, from the Crafter Square at Dollar Tree. It is just like a sew-on patch, I guess, of the American flag. And so I start off by hot gluing that to the front because I wanted a little flag on the front of this. As you can see, it's really big though. And once I get this project done, I was like, that's way too big. So I do switch it up to a smaller flag, and I'll show you that too. But what I wanted to do was do a little patriotic candle for the 4th of July, but doing like sand art. Now, if you remember, if you're as old as me, we used to do sand art a lot like at fairs and stuff like that. I remember choosing different colors of sand and making patterns by filling like glass bottles, and we would always save those. It was always really fun. So I thought I would try that for some flag stripes. Dollar Tree has like red and white sand. And so I just poured in some red sand, try to level that off and give me like a flag stripe. And then I'm going to use one of these little Dollar Tree votive candles and just lay it right on top. You can burn candles in sand, so I thought this would be safe to do. Now I'm going to use craft funnels for the rest of it. I got these at Dollar Tree actually, and they work great. If you don't have these, I think any kind of funnel is going to help because it's just going to help you get the sand exactly where you need it to be. And then a dry paintbrush is great too to kind of like flatten that out, because that is going to be our first white stripe on our flag. Sorry, it's kind of hard to see from this angle, and I can't really show you because it'll mess up all of the sand, but I'll show you it here in just a second. So I did another red stripe, trying to keep it, you know, as straight and even as I can with the sand art. And then I'm going to go in here and do a white stripe. Now, this pretty much fills it all the way up to the sides of the candle. And so I think this is going to be our last stripe, but using the little craft funnels from the Dollar Tree made it super easy. I really love those things. I've been finding all kinds of uses for them. So I got it all done, and then I was like looking at it, and I'm like, you can't see like the sand art or the flag stripes because of that American flag patch that I put on the front that I thought was too big. So I do go in and switch that out here in just a second. But I was just trying to level out my like white sand at the top without messing up my sand pattern. So I'm just going to peel off that patch. We'll have to use that on something else. I love those though. I have DIY'd with that in the past. And then I wanted a smaller flag, and I have some of those little cupcake picks from the Dollar Tree of the little American flag, and I thought that would be way better because then you could still see the red and white stripe pattern, but you're still going to have a cute little flag on the front. I'm just going to cut the toothpick off of it just to get that out of the way and trim it up a little bit so you can't see any of like the white edges or backing. And then just attach that with hot glue to the front. Easy peasy. Gotta work quickly when you're hot gluing to the glass like that though, because it will dry really fast. But I love how this turned out. Let me show you since you can't really see from this angle. Here it is, our little sand art candle. I thought this was really creative and fun, and some fun flag stripes. And it's like a candle that you could actually burn, I believe. So that is our second 4th of July DIY. I was going for really easy on all of these and something that you could put together kind of last minute for 4th of July. Now, the next DIY, I picked up 3 of these little flag buckets from the Dollar Tree. This is actually something from the 4th of July aisle, and I think they're so cute. And then I picked up some of the Dollar Tree fireworks. We don't like to go too crazy with our fireworks in our home because, you know, they're expensive. My son has some sensory issues, so he's not a big fan of things that explode. So these are going to be perfect for our home. And I picked up some of these little glitter star picks. I thought these were really pretty too. They're red, white, and blue glitter, and they're already on like a dowel. So I thought these would be perfect to make labels for the fireworks for like a 4th of July celebration. So the first one that I did was the poppets. I'm just going to go ahead and leave them in the box because they're kind of messy. They have all that like, you know, sawdust or whatever it is in there with them. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave them in their box. I just want to kind of use the star as a label. I wanted to do 3 of these. And so I went to my Cricut and I'll try to find... I'll link the Cricut file. This is a Cricut Design Space font that I used. It's one of the new BTC ones. I think it's, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. BTC Spark maybe. And I just cut out some Cricut vinyl with that to make little labels for them. So I'm going to have them say snap, crackle, and pop. I thought that was really fun for the 4th of July. So I'm going to use my paper, transfer paper that I get on Amazon. I always have that linked in the description below. And we are going to go ahead and put this on here. Now, I didn't expect the glitter to be like so hard for stickers to stick to. The vinyl did pretty good, but I did have to use stickers on one of these, and it was hard to get it to stick to it. But there is our little snap star, and I thought that would be good with the poppets. I know poppets say pop, but I have another idea for the pop. So snap, because they kind of make a snapping noise when you like throw them on the ground, right? And I wasn't sure about leaving those in the box, but I went ahead and decided to do that. Now on the next one, we're going to do crackle is the word that I did. So we're going to just weed that vinyl as well. And we can do that one on the blue glitter star. And for crackle, we're going to do sparklers because they kind of crackle, right, when they burn. So I thought that would be really fun. And we always love sparklers. We've actually already done some that we found stored away from last year. They're so fun. You never get too old for sparklers, right? So this is our little blue glitter star, and I'm gonna use that transfer paper to put crackle on this one. Now I wasn't thinking, I did white because I thought white would be great for the vinyl on Snap, Crackle, and Pop, but one of the stars is white, so you know that's not gonna work unless I do like an offset or something like that. But I found a solution to that problem here in just a second. So there's our crackle word. The vinyl stuck fairly well considering I used stickers for the last one, and that was actually kind of really difficult. Now, these are the sparklers they have this year at the Dollar Tree, so I picked up 3 packages of those. They're really small little boxes, I guess, to kind of like make like individual, like maybe party favors with them. But I'm just going to leave them in the box and put the crackle star in there to label that fireworks. And these are great because they're decorations for the 4th of July, but then on the 4th of July or whenever, you can always use these items as well. So decorative art. Now for the pop. Here is the white glitter star, and I was like, oh, white on white's not going to work, but I actually had some blue letter stickers that I found from the Dollar Tree. So we're going to try these out. I think they would work better if you were going to put them on a surface that's not like glitter foam. But I'm going to do pop on this one with blue so that you can read it. So POP on this one. I found that like the sticker like comes off like as fast as you touch the glitter on these, but I'm trying my best to like lay those down on there, but I could tell it was gonna like fall off like immediately. So once I get it on there, I decide to Mod Podge it to glue it down, and that works, but it was a little challenging because once I got it wet, it made like the letters like stick even less. So let me show you that. I just kind of push it down, see how they like all just want to go all over the place, but I am determined we are going to have a pop sign. So I just kind of push those back down into the Mod Podge with my fingers to get that to glue on there. But using those little glitter stars as signs, I think is a great idea because I was not sure what I'm going to do with those. And like on the Snap one and on the Pop one, I do use my miter scissors just to cut those down a little bit to make different heights. And for the Pop, we're going to use the little party poppers they have in with the fireworks for the 4th of July section. And 2 bags I think is going to fit perfectly in this one. And we have our 4th of July fireworks ready. And it's a cute little decoration to decorate for the 4th of July. All the DIYs I did today, I wanted to do quick, easy ones from the Dollar Tree. But also, you know, I wanted to get a little bit creative with them as well. So here is our little Snap, Crackle, and Pop American flag buckets. And I think they look really cute. What do you guys think about this one? I actually just put these out with decor for 4th of July, but they would be great for a 4th of July party as well. And I will have a 4th of July party video coming up very soon as well if you're looking for one of those. Now, this idea, I love it. I found these little American flag foldable fans at the Dollar Tree, and I thought that would be really cute to cover a wall with those. That'd be really fun for a 4th of July decor or for a 4th of July party. So I picked up 5 of them, and I'm going to use some thumbtacks, and let me show you how I put those on my wall. So I fanned this one to the left, and then this one to the right. I thought that I would just kind of walk those up the wall. So I've alternated this one here on the right and one on the left and then another one on the right, walking their way up the wall, but all kind of upright. And I think it looks great for like a backdrop for a 4th of July party behind like a party table or just for 4th of July decor. I put this above my Snap, Crackle, and Pop, and I just took pictures of them because I didn't think you wanted my big head in there, like thumbnailing those to the wall. But easy peasy, just thumbnail the existing fans to the wall. You could always take them down and use them for party favors at the end of the party if you wanted, or if you got hot, right? Okay, the next DIY, I picked up a couple of these tinsel stars from the 4th of July section at Dollar Tree, and I thought we would give them a makeover. Now, I wanted quick, easy, so we're not going to take the tinsel off and replace it with something, but I thought we could make it look, you know, a little bit more high-end as a party decoration. So the first step is just trying to get the little paper stars off. I just used my heat gun to kind of melt the hot glue that was on there because I'm wanting to remove all of the stars, but I don't want to damage any of the tinsel because I want to reuse it for this DIY. And as you can see, I have some blue spray paint there, and that is just some blue spray paint that I had like in my stash. And I thought we could kind of remake these, make these look a little bit more simple. When I say high-end, more like Target party decorations, less like Dollar Tree party decorations, if you know what I mean. So I got all of my stars off of those, and so I am just going to grab these, take these outside, and spray paint them. I wanted to do just like something a little bit more solid than the pattern and to take away like that tinsely shine on them. So this is the paint that I use. It is a gloss. It's kind of like a royal blue, and I wasn't sure how all those different colors would paint, but 2 coats of spray paint, I think they look really good. I was really surprised the red and white sections kind of look the same as the blue sections. And they kind of look good as is, and I thought about just using them as blue, but I have all of these white stickers that we made on the Cricut, right? And so I thought we would do like a flag star pattern on them. Would be easy to do. So I'm using those 1-inch white stickers that we made, and I do 1 in the point, 2 above that on each of the star rays. And then I will fill in the middle of it as well, kind of keeping that same pattern. So that's all 5 rays. At first, I wasn't sure how to do it, but then I kind of figured it out. 1 kind of in each section there, and that kind of repeats that star pattern. So we're going to do the same thing here on star number 2, and I think they do look better. What do you guys think? I'm not a big fan of these, but I wanted some easy DIY, and so I didn't really want to take everything off and replace everything on the cage because that would not be that easy, right? Now, I decided they look really cute together, so I thought I would just display them together, like hang them together. They do have the little hangers still on top. So I take some Dollar Tree twine, and I'm just going to tie off a hanger for the top. And then I am just going to tie them together. So I'll use that hanger. I'll put this one like below it like that. And just kind of put it through the plastic cage, like right here in the middle. And tie that off up there. And then I can tie off the other end for the hanger. And we have a little bit more high-end party decor, but using 2 items from the Dollar Tree. I'll have to remember painting these. It's definitely a different technique than I usually do on these little tinsel items from the Dollar Tree, but I think it turned out pretty good for a party decoration. What do you guys think? So let me show you how those look hanging. I'm really impressed with how well they spray painted because that was such an easy way to change the color of these, but I think they look really pretty. So we have our little flag star pattern party stars with a little tinsel makeover. And this is how they look together. Okay, I want to take a quick moment out of today's video and let you know how you can connect with me. I have a private Facebook group. I have it linked below. I would love to see you over there if you haven't joined yet. I also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest. And my handle is Crafty Beach on YouTube. I need to get more active over there. Okay, the next DIY, I thought we could use some of these little metal star ornaments from the 4th of July section at Dollar Tree, and we could make a really cute, like, pennant banner with these. I don't know if it would be a pennant banner. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe a garland. And I picked up red, white, and blue. I thought they're really pretty. What do you guys think? They already have like red, white, and blue wood beads on them. So I thought I could use that too. And then I thought to make them look even a little bit more substantial, I could add some of the galvanized metal stars from the Crafter's Square at Dollar Tree to the back of those, just to make them even more special. But I think they would look pretty without it too. Just traded aside my pattern. I like to use like odd numbers when I do like a pennant banner like this. And so I decided red, blue, white, blue, red was the pattern I wanted to go with. And then I'm going to need 5 of these little galvanized metal stars. Now, I was trying to figure out how to attach that. I don't have any E6000 right now, and metal and hot glue doesn't always play nice, but we're going to try to make this work. So I'm going to start it with hot glue just by doing a bead of hot glue on the top ray. Only the top, because that's going to dry quickly, and I want it to be as strong as I can get it to keep it on there. And as you can see, it's just the right size to kind of peek out from behind these. Just make them a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do that on all of them. I do know there's no way that's going to hold them, because sometimes when I hot glue metal from the Dollar Tree, it holds like initially, but like immediately falls apart. If you don't use some other type of glue or something with those. But I think that's going to be a good start for these. So I'll show you how I reinforce that in just a little bit. But let me go ahead and hot glue all 5 of these on. And this would be cute hanging anywhere. You could hang this under a window, like on a fireplace, mantle, coffee bar, anywhere you can think, party table. It's really cute though, and it looks very high end. So I am just going to take some Dollar Tree twine to make the banner, and then just use that existing rope that was on the little metal star just to simply tie that over. That way I don't have to measure or anything the distance in between the two, because now I can slide them back and forth super easy. So I just do that on all of them. Just one simple knot over, tie it tight, and then I just cut off the excess twine to clean it up a little bit. So I was thinking this is gonna fall apart. So this was my remedy. And I use a little hot glue on the back of the metal star to get it started. And I use some more of that twine and some more hot glue kind of on both sides. And then I'm gonna take that twine and wrap it around, like kind of gluing and tying the 2 pieces together till I get to the end, and then kind of pull that through the little metal round hanger that was on the top of the star on front, and tie that off to kind of tie it to each other as well. And I think that's going to make it hold up. It provided a lot more stability to them, because I could just tell they were just waiting to fall apart. So I'm going to do the same thing on the rest of these stars. And if you didn't need this many, you could always do 3. You can make a shorter one, just a red, white, and blue. That would be really cute too. You're probably going to want to stick to odd numbers. It always looks better when you hang it that way. You could always go longer as well if you had like a fireplace mantle. But I think they turned out really cute. I was looking for some way to use these little metal stars. I think these are new. I've never seen these at the Dollar Tree before in the 4th of July aisle. And it was one of the few items that I was excited to see, because they just did not come out with like any of like that plain wood decor or anything like that for us crafters for the 4th of July. Just very, very minimal. Very disappointed in their selection, because I always love to decorate for the 4th of July. I don't know about you. This would be really cute decor for any patriotic holiday, though. You could also use it for Memorial Day and I guess like even like, you know, Labor Day or any kind of holiday. Flag Day, Veterans Day. We have so many holidays where we can decorate patriotic decor. And I'm just going to finish off the last one Just hot glue the back, wrap it around, and then tie it off with that little metal loop there on the top. And I think that's gonna work. Let me show you how these look hanging up. I just kind of hung these on my coat tree that I use to display most of my items, but I'm trying to decide where I'm gonna put this. Might end up on my coffee bar. But it turned out pretty cute. What do you guys think? Our little metal star, it kind of looks like, you know, like a, and what do they call those? Like the barn stars, the metal stars that people have like on their like houses or barns. Kind of a smaller version of that. And super cute. I love the red, white, and blue. Now, the next DIY is going to be so easy. This is just a quick, easy way that you can make an outdoor sign. You could use it indoor too, but it's going to be weatherproof, so you could use it outdoors. And I found this great bag at the 4th of July section this year at Dollar Tree, and it's these little patriotic gnomes. They're like holding stars, flags, pie. So cute. Let me guess. I guess that would be apple pie. And I am just going to cut the image off of the front. I want to try to save as much of that as I can. And there's even like little fireworks on top. The colors are really pretty, and it's made out of this like plastic material. So that's why I think it will work outside. I'm also going to cut off the straps from the top, but I want to leave that like seam line at the top because it's got part of the fireworks on there. And then I'm just going to use 2 of these little 5-gallon paint stick stirrers from the Walmart, actually. One of the few items I buy at Walmart. And they are just the perfect length if you cut off the handle on these. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take both of these little paint stir sticks to my saw and just do a simple cut to cut those off. I think that's going to work well. And that's going to provide me like structure for the top and weight for the bottom to keep it flat and hanging straight. And the material is fairly thick too. So as you can see, it doesn't wrinkle or anything like that. And it's such a cute design. I had to use this for a sign. So I'm going to kind of straighten up the line on the bottom because I don't think I cut it out super straight. And then I'll show you how easy this is to put together. So I want to attach that on top of the wood so that you can see the full pattern of the fireworks up there. And to make the hanger, I just took some Dollar Tree twine, tied a knot in each end. And I'm actually going to attach it now, right where the handles were. That way it'll be nice and centered. And just using my staple gun, decided to shorten it up a bit here. And I'm going to put that through there where the knot is on the other side of the wood and staple that on. It's going to attach that to the wood sign, but it's also going to attach my hanger so I don't have to do a hanger later. And then maybe a few staples on the side. This is thick enough for my staple gun, the little paint sticks from the Dollar Tree, not the Dollar Tree, Walmart. I wish they sold these at the Dollar Tree. They should. And then I just staple that to the bottom paint stick stir as well. And we have a really easy 4th of July sign that would hold up well outside because it is kind of like this weatherproof plasticky material. But I think it looks really pretty. What do you guys think? Can't get much easier than that for a 4th of July DIY. And I love the images of the little gnomes. Look how cute they are. I think the girl gnome is like drinking maybe pink lemonade. Super cute. And like the patterns on their hats. Super easy, super inexpensive. Those paint stirrers at Walmart are only like maybe a couple dollars. Okay, the next DIY, I picked up one of the red and one of the blue, like little mason jar cups they have right now, and 2 of the little patriotic solar lights. I thought it would be so easy to make these into little solar lights that you could use on your front porch or your walkway for the 4th of July, or you use these for party decor. And I still have some of those white star stickers. So on the blue one, I'm just going to simply add some of the white star stickers kind of in a random pattern. And that's going to be decor, but it's also going to like make stars like reflect when this lights up at night. And I'll show you that here in a minute. It turned out pretty cool. I also just cut down 2 strips of white vinyl for my Cricut. And I'm just going to try to straighten these up a little bit to make those lines look straighter because they're kind of a hot mess. And I cut off just 2. I think 2 white stripes is going to be enough because I want to do like a red and white stripe pattern on the little mason jar and then add the lights to the top. I recently did a solar light video where I did 20 ideas to make DIYs with these solar lights from the Dollar Tree. I love using them. They are so fun to decorate outside. And you're probably going to have to use them outside because you're going to need the sun to recharge the little solar lights. But I've been pleasantly surprised with how well those have been working. So for the white stripe, I just kind of stretch it out, try to keep it as flat as I can to try to avoid any wrinkles in that. But if you get some, you can probably smooth those out fairly easily. And then do a second stripe. My stripes still aren't super straight. You could also use like if you had like a white like electrical tape, that would be just the right size for stripes as well on these. And this one's going to give me like a kind of stripe pattern when it lights up at night. But it looks like a flag with the blue and white stars, the red and white stripes. So I think they make a perfect pair and so easy to do. I can just save those lids to use on other jars. My son always likes drinks with lids on them with straws. And then I just need to find a way to attach this to it. I'm glad that it still has like a star pattern on it, even when I take it off the solar light. I'm just going to use the very end because I found that the little plastic part there concentrates the light and makes the whole jar not shine. So you want to use just the very tippy top. It's a little bit smaller than the width of the little jars. And so I'm going to kind of just use twine to glue it on and some hot glue. That way it will be kind of temporary too if I wanted to reuse these. But I think these should hold up. We'll find out how the batteries do in storage when I store these for next year. So just along that seam between the solar light and the jar, I am doing a bead of hot glue and using just some of that Dollar Tree thin twine and filling that gap in. That is going to attach it to the jar. Then I'm just going to wrap that twine around for decorative purposes and to cover up like the screw part of the jar lid. And I'm not looking for perfect coverage on that, just for a little bit of decor and to fill that area in. So there is like our little red and white stripe one. And then this one is going to be the blue star solar light. These were so easy to DIY. These would be great for a party, but you know, these would be great for outdoor decor as well. I always like some outdoor decorations for 4th of July. And I've posted a lot of 4th of July videos so far this year. And I have done outdoor DIYs, including like wreaths and porch sitters and different things like that too, if you need more decorating ideas for outside. So I just glued that twine, wrapped it around like I did on the first one. And we have 2 little patriotic 4th of July solar lights, and they were so easy to make. And I think they look really cute displayed together. I saw the blue and the red jars, and I just knew it was needing to be a 4th of July DIY. And I will show you how these look lit up at night as well. This is how they look together. And this is the reflection you get at night. See the cool star pattern and the stripe pattern that you get as a reflection? Super fun. Okay, the next DIY, I thought we would make a DIY firecracker. And this was so fun to make. I'm going to use one of these little star print bandanas from the Dollar Tree this year. It's white with red and blue stars all over. And one of these long candles from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut off enough of the bandana to cover that kind of like you would use paper to roll around something like that, kind of like we did on that patriotic vase. Now, initially, I wanted to use a one of the vases like this from the Dollar Tree, but I couldn't find any at my Dollar Tree, so I picked up a candle instead. But they do have vases that are very similar to this if you wanted to do that. But, you know, I can always reuse this candle later if I want to take it apart, but it turned out so cute, I might not want to. The candle itself does provide a nice weight, too, if to make it, you know, stand straight up and nice and heavy. So I just need now to attach that fabric. I just do a bead of hot glue along the candle and line up my fabric. We're not going to cover like the bottom of the firework. It doesn't really need it. You're not going to be able to see it, but we are going to cover up the top of the candle so you won't know that it is a candle inside. And then I just wrapped it around and hot glued it to itself here on the back. And I think this fabric looks really cute for a firecracker pattern. It's very kind of simple, but I think it looks like something that would be on a firecracker. So now it's just a matter of covering the top of the candle for our DIY firecracker. This would be really cute if you did like 2 or 3 of them together, displayed them together. You could even do different sizes. I've seen some people make firecrackers out of empty Pringle boxes. You could do big ones like that. That'd be cute. And that would be a really cute outdoor DIY too, because it would be kind of large. So I'm using that same bandana and I'm cutting out a circle, but I cut it out larger than the top. So I just used a pen to kind of draw a circle, like maybe like 1/4 inch around each side so that I can kind of cover up that lip on the top of the candle as well and look like it's all covered with that flag pattern. So to attach that initially, I have blue fingers from spray painting. I make such a mess when I spray paint. Those blue stars. And then I'm going to cut just a tiny little hole right in the middle of that too, so that we can attach like our wick of our firecracker. I do a bead of hot glue all along the top of the candle and just sit that on top. Now remember, we cut that a little bit larger so that we could cover that lip. So I do a thin bead of hot glue all along the edges of the top and just glue that down on top, kind of encasing that in like you would see on that firecracker shape. Super easy. This was such an easy DIY and it just turned out so cute. I'm so glad that I made it. Now for the wick, I thought, you know, you could use rope if you wanted to look like an unlit firecracker. I do something a little bit different. I do kind of want to cover up the transition area between the 2 different pieces of fabric though. And I have some of this burlap trim from the Dollar Tree. So I thought that would be really cute. And it's going to be kind of like that same feel like a rope would be for the wick. That brown material, burlappy. And I just glue that all around the seam between my 2 pieces of fabric. And I really am glad that I did that extra step because I think it made it look really cute. Okay, now for the wick. I picked up some of these little cupcake picks from the Dollar Tree. You get 12 in a package. And I thought this would look really cute because it would look like the firework was lit, right? So I just opened that up by peeling the little plastic piece off of it. It's got like red, silver, and blue in there. And it looks like, I think it looks like an exploding like little firework, right? So I'm going to do a little bit of hot glue on the opening I cut in the top of the center. And then I just kind of push the pick down. I was going to glue it in place, but I found that it was a little bit more stable if I push it down a little bit and just kind of lightly nestle it in the top of the candle because we have like, you know, the candle wax in there and that will keep it in place and upright. Here is our little DIY firecracker. Oh, I think it turned out so sweet. I am in love with this. I am definitely going to have to make some more of these because they were so easy and they really give you a 4th of July feel. These would be really cute on a tier tray as well. This might be a little bit large, but you could do maybe a smaller one too. And there it is, our little exploding firecracker for the 4th of July. So simple and fun. Okay, I wanted to do a wood round for 4th of July, but something really easy that you could put together with supplies from the Dollar Tree. So I picked up a wood round. I don't know why mine's so bowed. It is really bowed. I don't know if it's my Florida humidity, but I was like, I can't flatten this thing out. So to make it thicker and to straighten it out, I decided to use 2 of them. My second one was just as bowed as my first one. And I know they weren't like that when I bought them because I bought a whole case of them from DollarTree.com. But it's probably just the humidity here. You know, those thin Dollar Tree signs like to bow anyway. But I'm just going to attach them together. That's going to straighten them out, make them look thicker, a little bit more high end too. Now, when you do this, kind of hot glue all over, and then make sure you line up the holes on the top because otherwise you're not going to be able to get your hanger through there. So that is the most important step. I wanted to stain mine to bring out that beautiful wood grain, and my Antique Wax by Waverly is totally empty, but I'm going to finish the jar off on this one. I don't want to add very much because I kind of want a light stain, so I think that's good. And to stain it, I just use a baby wipe, and I wipe that Antique Wax all over, and look at that beautiful wood grain on that cheap Dollar Tree sign. So this is going to be a fun sign for decorating for 4th of July. You can also use it for a door hanging if you're having a 4th of July party or something like that too. It was so easy to put together using one of these beautiful window clings from the Dollar Tree this year. It says Sweet Land of Liberty. It kind of has a navy background. And you also have all of those fireworks to choose from too. So we're just going to use some Dollar Tree Mod Podge, and I'm going to go all over. You know, the Mod Podge is so thin when I squeeze it out. I always squeeze out too much, but we're going to try to thin this out a little bit because you don't need very much with window clings. I decided to use a paper towel to make it a little bit thinner because I did go a little heavy. And I did the whole sign because we're going to decorate the whole sign. So the first thing we're going to glue down is the Sweet Land of Liberty right here in the center. And I'm just going to use a baby wipe to kind of smooth that out, try to get rid of the air bubbles. If you do get some bubbles, it will probably dry and you probably won't be able to see those in the end. And then our little fireworks exploding all around would be super easy. That one's a little big, and I do have plans for the top, so I'm going to maybe do some smaller ones. I just want to fill in most of the space on our sign here with a little exploding of fireworks. And these are really cute. I don't remember seeing these window clings before at Dollar Tree, so I think they might be new this year. And then also has little stars. So I'm going to use the little white stars to fill in some of the open areas still left on my sign there. And then to make sure they stay down, I'm going to go over the whole thing with more Mod Podge, sealing those down in the process. And you want to do the whole sign, not just where the decals are, because this is going to be like a matte finish, the matte Mod Podge, and you want that same finish all over. So I go in with my heat gun and give that a dry. As you can see, I did have some bubbling, but I think that is just from Mod Podge, so I kind of use a Cricut scraper to carefully smooth that out and get some of that trapped glue out. And any other bubbles should dry on their own, probably within a day. So it is time to reattach the hanger. I'm going to use some of that thin Dollar Tree twine. It's going to be a little bit challenging to get it through both sides though. So I use a little hot glue on the tip and kind of mold that into a harder material so that I can feed that through. I like to feed my twine through the back and tie it in the front. I find that it hangs better that way. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. If you find that you have trouble getting it through there, like a Cricut weeder is sometimes helpful to kind of push that twine through. And we have a hanger for our sign. Now we just need a bow. And they have these great patriotic bows at the Dollar Tree this year. They're like a burlap stars and stripes. And they even have like a plastic lining on the back to make them kind of weatherproof. I don't want it hanging straight down like that though, because it's going to cover up our image. So I just take it apart. I didn't want to take the bow part apart, but it kind of all came apart when I took the little stripe tails off. So we're just going to put this back together now. I want it to kind of go off slightly to the sides. It's okay if it covers some of the fireworks, but I don't want it to cover like the writing on the sign. So I just attach both of the little bow tails there with some hot glue. And you can also give it a little bit of movement in the bow by kind of gluing the sides together and or to the sign like that and pushing it up a little bit, and gives it a little bit more depth rather than laying flat. Now, I just had to put my bow back together. Be careful with this because there are staples in this. So you're probably going to want the staples to go like towards the sign so they don't stick out. But I just used some hot glue. I didn't think it was going to stay together too well, so I did add more hot glue to it and made sure it was all glued to itself, which kind of flattened out the center part of the bow, but I think that's okay. And that's going to go on the top of our little Sweet Land of Liberty wood round sign. And I'm just going to attach that with hot glue as well, so I don't have any visible staples or anything. And the signs are still rather thin. They might be too thin for a staple. And I just glue that to the top of our bow. This one came loose, so I'm going to kind of glue that one back up a little bit. And I think this is a really easy 4th of July sign. What do you guys think about our little Dollar Tree wood round for the 4th of July? If you wanted to put some rope or something around the edges of the wood round, that would be really cute too, but I was going for quick and easy with this DIY, so I think we're going to leave it as is. And I love it. Such a fun way to make a sign without a Cricut. And this is how it turned out, our little Sweet Land of Liberty sign. I really hope you enjoyed these DIYs today. I really had a great time making these. Hey guys, I wanted to take a quick moment and tell you about memberships. I've introduced those on my channel. For $4.99 a month, you're going to get early ad-free access to videos like this one, and you're also going to get a few other perks as well. And it's a great way to support me here on YouTube. I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to the following Crafty Beach members. We have 10 members. Thank you to Karen O'Haron, Coastal Couple, Pamela Bergeron, I Am Mojo Jojo, Mary Banks, Melinda Elizabeth, Jamie Job, Susan Edmonds, Stacy Gravitt, and Sandra Ray. Thank you so much for supporting my channel here. I really appreciate it. And now it's time for the final reveal. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button below. Comment your favorite 4th of July DIY in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube.
Things catch fire in America, and no one tires in America. In America, stars and stripes blind you
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to watch more Crafty Beach, YouTube thinks you might enjoy this video right here.